Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Knowles Tarot, and welcome to your weekly reading. This week's reading is going to be just a general energy reading, but we're going to be reading it specifically from the Prism Oracle guidebook. I got cards falling out, or pages. Page energy, but yeah, we're going to be doing the aura reading from this deck. It's just a 3-card spread. We're going to be using 3 different decks, and I'll get into that in just a moment because that'll be more in the flow of it. But what I'm going to do is explain a lot of the beginning, so let me go ahead and I'll say I'll timestamp for sure when the reading starts off completely. But yeah, we're going to be doing this reading with 3 different decks. I'll actually go ahead and just shout them out right now. We're going to be using the Lenormand Oracle to start off with. We'll pull 1 card to see like the clarifier, the coherent. Is this the reading for you? We have the King of Pentacles at the bottom with the fish. Sorry, the fish. I forgot what that freaking means. And if I had a guidebook, I do somewhere. It's lost in the okay, let's see. Fish is plenty, abundance, resources, and wealth. So that's just underlying energy. But you have plenty, you have resources, you have wealth. Like the fish feeding the 5,000 Bible story crap. Anyways, not crap, sorry. You know what I mean. If you're a returning visitor, you probably know more so what I mean. I'm also using the Prism Oracle with anxiety at the bottom. Let's go ahead and clear that and turn it right into what the fish was saying, abundance. But but anxiety was yellow and abundance is green, so it's like right next to each other. So it's like moving through anxiety is what brings you to abundance. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, we're gonna be using those 2 plus. I forgot. In between those 2 cards, we'll be using 1 tarot card from. This is like a new deck, and I'll explain it a bit more in a sec. But this is like it's like a root foundation of a tarot deck I'm gonna try to create one day. But it's just like I only put the major arcana, so there's literally no design. I was told specifically no number whatsoever. So I just literally wrote the names of the cards. So you get the Fool here, just the Fool, shit like that. But anyways, yeah, literally just that. And on the back it says KT. That's Knowles Tarot, and that's on Knowles Tarot. I don't know who else has initials KT, or these aren't my initials. The initials of the channel, you know. But anyways, let's move forward. Let's see, we got those. Thank you. I want to thank everybody for their continuous support. I really appreciate it so much. And if you're new here, thank you so much for coming. Welcome in. It's a freaking surprise to see you. Happy to see you. But you know, it's a journey, so you know, we're all connected and stuff like that. So it's like glad to see you again in that sense too. I don't know how to make that make sense in my own brain, so sorry. Hopefully that made sense into yours. But if you're returning, welcome in. How you doing? Maybe that made more sense to you because you heard me talk and babble incoherently, so maybe that makes a little more sense to you. But what's up? How you doing? Good to see you. I'm feeling another wagwan, my friends, my homies, my loves. I'm like trying to give more words to put there, but I think my friends, my homies, and my loves. Other than that, this is the weekly spread. So on these we do also at the end of the spread. Stay tuned if you'd like, or you can skip to it. I don't know if I timestamp that. That sounds like a lot of work. But you can stay tuned to the end of the reading, or you can like scroll past. Do you see it showing up? Magic of digital media. But when you go there, it we'll be pulling a card. Oh my God, Shadow Retrograde. We will be pulling a card for a commenter from the last video. So anyone who commented on the last weekly reading, I go ahead and pull the name from them at the end of the week, like Saturday, Sunday, Friday, whenever I start filming, and then I'll pull the names and we'll pull a card of extra advice at the end of the reading to see like what would help you specifically, like not just the collective, but like the energy. And I think we have 2 people today from the last reading, so that'll be a cool 50-50 standoff. I'm thinking the Hamilton. Do you remember the gun standoff? Just stuff like, I don't know why I'm thinking that, but anyways, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to 1, I'm gonna have to clear the energy with incense, and 2, I've got a few notes I'll go over. That's without a timestamp for sure. Just a couple things. I say a couple. It's literally like 8 to 10, which is funny because of the first example. So anyways, let's go ahead and move forward into these like the pre of what I got. Pre-energies and stuff like that. It doesn't usually come out, but when it does, it does. That sounds like a water faucet. Anyways, let's see. So I wrote them down here. I would show them to you, but it's like probably not even readable from the freaking thing. So you can try your hardest, you can try your darndest, but it's really, I don't know if it's that readable. You can pause it there too. I want to go back. I never hold it up for that long. I'm so impatient. Aries energy. Okay. So the first one, and excuse me, I may say like sorry if it doesn't make like too much sense because some of them are just like, but like, let me just go ahead and read them. So the one of them says, so I don't know what we're talking about numbers, but something was not an 8. It wasn't even a 10, but instead it's like a 13. So like 8 is strength, 10 is wheel of fortune, and what 13 is death and rebirth. So in like basic sense, like 8 is like that Scorpio energy of, so I guess that's death. I say with Scorpio, but 8 is the strength. That's Leo. So not Leo, not even 10, which is the wheel of fortune. But strength is like having strength, not even the wheel of fortune where something's changing. It's not you don't have to have the strength for something. You don't have to wait for the wheel to change, but it's like 13 is like you're creating your own death and rebirth. You're creating your own transformation. It's like, I don't know. I forgot to say the thing about this. I did say it's major arcana only because I'm like working through the deck and I didn't feel like doing 78 all off the bat, so I just did 22. So we will be having major arcana energy with the tarot only, which is interesting, which is cool. It's almost like I don't know if you're working on this death and rebirth, then spirit's working on the I don't know, whatever we're going to be talking about in this collective reading. So it's like a good balance. It's tough though. It's weird. It's like you're taking on spirit's job and spirit's taking on yours. It's weird. But other than that, another big energy that came out in the beginning was like hangman energy, like releasing. That was just been major for me this week. Whereas like, or it came out last week a bit, but it was just like immediately, not even immediately release. It's like the release receive the release. What is it? It automatically brings in a receive. It's not that it brings it in immediately or it brings it in like next week or tomorrow. It's like it's like when you do release, it like automatically, that's a key that unlocks the door. The key doesn't decide how fast or slow the door opens in a sense, but it does open the door. So something about the release, like it does open the door to this receive. But it's like you're gathering multiple things, so it's like almost working through a field. So it's like you're gonna receive some of it immediately, but the rest of it you're gonna have to walk through the rest of the field to receive. So it's like there is gonna be some time in that. But moving forward, says the further what I just explained to you says pre, and then this one says pre. So I don't know why I wrote that because now we're starting off at 1. This should be 3, baby, but I don't know how to count apparently. Let's see, 1. Says there was an energy of spilling blood. I don't know who's spilling blood. I don't even know what that really means. Does it mean like fighting, or like something like that? Yeah, because like like gun or blood shed, whatever, or bloodshed. Jesus always comes up in these readings. It's because of my religious background. So it's not my fault. Oh yeah. The spilling blood energy came in because I literally had Kool-Aid in here earlier today, and I still have it now. I spilled some, and I said, "Damn, that looks like blood, bro, all over my seat." But it wasn't. It didn't really look like it, but it felt like that energy. The number 2, other than spilling my Kool-Aid, which I'm always spilling stuff, but the number 2 energy was ends and begins, which is the latest, or not? Yeah, it has to be the latest Labyrinth album. But it's Labyrinth, the Capricorn is his latest album. That song and that album was coming to my mind, and it's interesting because he's a Capricorn. And this season is almost ending. It ends the 19th, so it's just not over really yet, but it's like, it's getting to it. And I'm almost nostalgic because I'm like, damn, I love Capricorn season. Come back. It's not even over. The third one, a little weirder. You know that? I don't know if you know that song, but it's like, I don't know specifically who it's by. And that happens with a lot of people. I don't know. But it's the I know. You better leave the young thing alone because ain't no sunshine when she's gone. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Oh my goodness. I knew that song, but I totally didn't think about the connection. But anyways, that's embarrassing on camera. Love you guys. But yeah, it's that feeling of that I know. It's not that you know something. It's more so like the depth of it. It's like, it's not that you know what it is. It's like you more so know how something feels deeply. So it's like relating and feeling deeply. Not just knowing something surface level, but knowing how it feels inside to you personally. I don't know what that's about, but number 4. So there's a few more to go. Number 4 was surrender to all problems. What was that? That was off of On and On by Amber Mark. Surrender to all your problems. That's what we're talking about with the hangman. The release is like surrender to all your problems and you receive all the solutions almost in a sense. Or you receive something. It won't be the problem though because you're releasing that. You're surrendering the problems. 4, 5, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson and 5 and 6 are the same thing. Michael Jackson's I'm So Blue. I don't know if I've listened to that song in a long time, but that came through because we had a lot of blue energy that's been missing, but now it's been coming through a lot, which is really fun. I think I did like a pre-poll just to see what was going on, and it was like blue and white. Blue and white. It was like nothing else. It was interesting. But Amber Marks was number 6. In her song Bliss, she says, "I found my bliss. I came about the blue like shit that hit." So she came about of the blue. So it's like blue. We talked about being that transformation color. It's like you die and rebirth. And we're talking about it's the number's 13. So something is not an 8 cycle you're dealing with. It's not a 10 cycle you're dealing with. You're not having to have the strength. You're not having to make decisions where it's like you're choosing your destiny versus your fate, and you're letting that wheel spin. You know, it's like it's almost you're transforming majorly, but it's like that death process first. So you're dying to an old version. I don't know, something in there. That's maybe the releasing part. But the receiving, you heard that Amber Mark said she came out with the blue like shit. It's his, so it's like something that's like good when you do receive. Number 7 after that. Oh yeah, I was talking about these little tarot things, and I realized halfway into making them, I was like, this is cool because it's almost like a website. It's like the perfect tool, which is funny. That was one of our readings, but it's like it reminds me of a website I used to use where like I could just go on there and it would just be like I don't know what kind of coding they did, but there was no ad, there was no extra blah 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 blah. You just like click refresh and you have like a tarot card immediately, and so it's pretty cool. I'm trying to think. It's pretty cool that website existed, but they shut it down. I don't know why, but I miss it. And so like coming up with this has been nice because it's like I can actually just like have these tiny little cards that say nothing more than just the name of what the energy is, justice, just the word. Give me the word so I can build up from there. I think that's fun. But other than that, energy. I made these tarots. Oh yeah, when it shut down, it gave me 6 of Cups vibe. Which was interesting because it was like, oh, this is a memory, this is distant, it no longer exists. And also, like, I don't know, why it gave me 6 of Cups vibes. Oh, yeah, because, I don't know, no. All I know next that it reminded me of my sister because I didn't know that she liked that website too. And it was really cool because it was like, oh shit, I use this all the time. She's like, yeah, me too. We use the website in the same way. We just be like pulling up the Safari, middle of the day, click website bookmarked to pull up a card because like if you don't have a deck of cards with you, you know, this is kind of why I made it to. I think I was in a point where I didn't have a deck of cards with me. I was like, fuck, I need some cards. So I just had to rip a paper into 22 tiny little tarot card pieces. And so I don't know, that's the energy of just doing what you can with what you got. You know, if you really want to, I guess it is. Because like the need is like, you know, I needed to make 22 cards with the specific names on them so I could get the right energies, right? But the want was like, did I really want to dedicate myself to the energy? And that's sort of the energy that I'm talking about here. It's like something is a need, like, you know, you're gonna have to fill it out a certain way, but something is a want where it's like, do you care about the energy, you know? I don't know. Sister, 3 of Cups. Oh yeah, because that gave me a 3 of Cups energy because it was very communal. It's like, oh yeah, we're using the same website. That's our connection with that. So then I did 6 of Cups plus 3 of Cups all together, and that made 9, and that sounded very nice. So I said, yeah, we'll take that energy. So number 9 is coming through for sure, and it's not even the 9th today, so I don't know why. Yeah, it's not. So, and the last one is 8, which something or someone is the one for life. It's like you met an energy, or you know of an energy, you're dating someone, you're married to someone, or even if it's not romantic, it's like a best friend or a good friend or something like that. It's like you know they're the one for life. Or it's like you've met a good person, and it's like they're going to be in your life for a long while. The whole thing probably, and when I saw the one for life is interesting because I'm working on this tree of life drawing right now, and I'm actually working on a few different art pieces that I'll throw, because actually they're mostly astrology, so it probably would be fun to see. But I'm working on these like moon signs where they have like faces, and they're supposed to be like the faces of like zodiacs. So like if you have a Pisces moon, that's what I think it would look like. And if you have an Aries moon, that's definitely what I think it would look like. I didn't finish it. I'm still going through. And if you know, hey, do me a favor, because I'll cry. I don't have anything to. I don't really want to like threaten, or like I don't have any levers though. But just please don't copy D. Or like, you know, I mean, you can, or you know, you can do whatever you want. Like life is art. Oh, I didn't explain that was Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer moon. Leo moon, I haven't gotten there yet. But yes, I don't know. There's not much else I would show you. There's a reason why I do some of these stupid art things sometimes. And remember, timestamp is there, so if you do want to skip to the reading, I gotcha. I wanted to, yeah, because we talked about this, and it's so interesting that Amber Mark talks about in her music. We talked about opposing colors and complementary colors, things that, you know, challenge each other to make each other better, but it's still a struggle, right? The opposition. But then there's also, or it can break them down if they're challenging each other too harshly. But then there's also complementary, where they makes each other look well together. So it's just, we were talking about that with colors, and there's a line where she, in the song Competition, by Aaron Marsh, she goes, "You are not the opposition, I just want to see you win." And I wrote that down, so I just wanted to bring that up. Also, want to be the greatest, want someone to share it with. That's another line from that song. Yeah, I think so. So it's like, yeah, I feel that energy. It's like you don't want to fight something, you don't want to oppose it, you want to compliment it. You want to be the greatest, or you want to just be a good, great at whatever you care about, whatever you do, or just great in general, it's like a good person or whatever, and you want someone to like share it with, or like be there, I just want to see you win. You want to see someone win. You don't want to fight. You don't want to oppose. I suppose that was that, how do I use that right? I suppose we move forward. However that works. Let's go ahead and move on with the reading, because I don't see anything else, which is okay, because the last thing I'll say, which is another energy of going somewhere where your voice is appreciated. It's like if you are a jug of water and you're sitting next to a bottle of water and you're wondering why the intake and outtake is so imbalanced, you might want to go find yourself another jug of water, because that bottle of water does not have the capacity. There's something about that. Where I personally have seen that energy recently. It just goes somewhere where you appreciate it, and it's not to say that like anyone's worse or better. It's just the same where you feel like you're, sharing and giving equally, and also receiving equally. I don't know, something like that. Anyways, not the sexual energy coming back through again. I know who one of it is. I see you in the back, Miss. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, we're gonna move forward. I'll go ahead and explain the spread. The last thing I was gonna explain too with this deck of cards, it has the 22 major arcana, the Fool, Magician, Justice, World, but I took the Cardinal Aries Initiative to go ahead and throw another card in just for the fun of it, and so I put it's like this one's fun. This one is oh god, I can't show it. If it gets pulled, hey, that's up to you. But it says choose your own major arcana. Can you see that? The thing is being finicky. Hopefully you can see that. Just choose your own major arcana. So yeah, while this is being in production, if you get this card in the spread, whatever the major arcana feels like to you, and that'll help you probably with your intuition, because it's like it's the choice is up to you, but it's like the and I just put it away. It's like the Doors and the Little Normans. Like both options are there. It's not about one or the other, what weighs more than the other, blah, blah. It's like what personally means something to you. And once you feel that, that's one, how you know your answer, and two, how you know you're connected to your intuition. And then two is very High Priestess, so that's very freaking cool. Anyways, the spread here is the aura reading, and I'm calling it the general energy tarot, because what it basically says is past, present, and future, which is what I planned on doing. But what it calls it is energy that is leaving for the past, current energy for the present, and then energy that is coming in for the future. So same message, different damn words. But I'm going to show you the page real quick, and then I'll read it for you so you can get the vibe of what this reading is going to be for you. And then after that, we'll pull the Little Norman to see if this is a reading for you. Or should I pull? Am I dumb? I don't know. We'll read this first, because the Norman will make sense, because I'll just start off the reading anyways. Okay, so the aura reading, the general energy for you guys, seeing what's going on, trying to give you some help, some clarity, hopefully. It says the auric field is the invisible colored energy that surrounds your body. Each color in your aura aligns to a specific emotion. Your aura holds the information about what you're currently feeling. It's like your heart and mind talking. Like information is stored up here, like a file cabinet, and then your heart receives and releases emotions. You know, like it takes it in and it moves it where it's supposed to go. Anyways, I said, who is that? My God. Aries' attention span is like, what's less than a second? Your aura holds the information, the energy that has just, okay, well, you're currently feeling the energy that has just passed and the energy that will be coming into your life. Very sixth energy. That's past, present, future almost. It's literally the same thing. But this deck is a very helpful tool. This deck is a very helpful tool for getting a glimpse of your aura because, like your aura, the Prism Oracle is focused on color and emotion. So to learn how to speak, to take a peek at your aura, use this spread. So it's going to be 3 cards. The energy that's leaving, for one. The energy is coming in for you. Energy is leaving, the current energy you're in, and then energy is coming in for you. So energy is leaving, so that could even be like when we're talking about like energy that you're releasing, energy, because if it's leaving, it could be leaving on its own, but you could be also releasing as well, you know, at the same time. And then we're talking about the in between, the current energy that you're facing while the new rolls in, and then we're going to talk about the new that rolls in. So let's go ahead and get started. But I want to start with the Lenormand Oracle just to see if this is the reading for you. So I know we're talking about past, but so I'll be able to go over this a little quickly. What this is just going to do is just going to be like an indicator card for like you coming here, you know, like this reading is for everybody, any sign. I'll try to remember to mention signs. This reading is for anybody, any sign, or any sign, anytime. I'm gonna start saying that. This reading is for any sign, at any time. But honestly, at the same time, you know, different readings could be for different moments. It varies a lot. You know, it could be for a different time that you may need this. So this is just gonna be like a clarifier card to see if this is like energy that you've been through, energy that you're aware of. If that makes sense. It's just like a background, like a setting card almost. If you're into like stage play or theater shit, you know. I am. Alright. We're gonna see. I did pre-shuffle these so they feel a lot more, what's the word? Cooperative than before. But let's see, what would, for the collective, this is the reading for them. What would be a good clarifier card? Now that we do have the guidebook mostly as well, what would be a good clarifier card for them? Just one, please, Spirit. Spirit said 0. The Fool energy. Oh, whoa! I said, oh, my voice went on a roller coaster. Oh my gosh, she was the star of one of our recent readings, or she and the other woman, and we got the park at the bottom here. So really cool. Look at that red and green energy. That's cool because they're red and green are opposites. So something about you opposing. And if she's looking out the window, she's literally looking at this environment. What the freak? And that's like perfectly synced. I don't know what numbers those are. 20 and 29. What would 29 minus 20 be? But that 9 that we talked about in the beginning. It's freaky. But that's the Ace of Swords and that's the 8 of Swords. So the woman with the clarity is looking at something that does not have clarity. She's looking at something that is, I don't even know. I'm going to read it from the book so I can actually like read something factual, like structural with basis behind it. And not just my brain. Okay, so I forgot. So she's a lady, but she's a strong woman. The strong lady. So it's not that she's like physically strong. She's like She-Hulk. Well, she could be, and that would perfectly be okay. But in a sense, it's like you could be a bit of a She-Hulk recently, where it's like you're really taking on a lot of strength, having to, but it's like inner strength, where it's like you can't put a band-aid, you can't put an ointment cream on this. You have to like drink green tea. You have to boil. What's it my mom does? Boil ginger root in water, and like, you know, it's like stuff that you have to literally intake and take process. It's not like you know, spritzing the flowers and washing them off. It's like planting the seed and then waiting for it to grow. It's much more exterior, but they both involve strength. Like with the spraying the leaves and whatnot, you have to be very gentle, where you have the strength to, you know, get the right ingredients for them and then take care of it right. But when it's inside, you can't touch it, you can't pull it out, you can't like force that process. There's so much more strength, or not so much more strength. There's just a lot of strength that's involved with that, because it's a balance. There's a give and take with that. The level of control and the level of what's the word? Control and strength, something like that. But I don't know. What I see with her is that she's strong because I notice a difference between her and the other one who's connected. The connected woman, she's in her, and that's why opposing energies help each other. They help you understand the other one a little bit better. So the one who's connected, if you know one better, it's almost like a math problem. If you have one half of it, it helps you solve the other. But I mean, that example sounds bad too, because math isn't for everyone. I like it, and it's barely for me. What am I thinking? The connected woman is connected to her environment, right? Because she is usually a woman of the mind, so she keeps everything inside. But now within this energy, she's being asked to like connect to her environment to see how it weighs out and balances out. Because in that way, she'll get balance. If she all keeps it all in her mind, she's not gonna know anything about her exterior. She's not gonna know how, I don't know, how to protect herself externally. But that's what the woman does in a sense too. It's like she's very strong. Maybe strong of mind. She knows she's very smart. So you could be very smart, but also at the same time, it's just like you're very strong of mind. So it's like, what's that word? Independent. Just like definitely, just like you are strong in the sense of protecting yourself, and strong in the sense of, holding up your mind, not letting. And if I saw like a masculine energy versus like a feminine energy with like the mind, it's like definitely mind games, but thinking that like it's above in a sense. Whereas even look at this woman, I don't even know what level of the room or level of the house she's in, but like that doesn't even matter. It's like it doesn't even matter what like it doesn't matter. Well, I wouldn't say what levels. What did I get at the bottom of the park? That'll probably help a little bit at the park here. That's number 20. Crazy ass time. Let's see. I'm not going to look at that. Park sharing and networking outside. Sharing and networking outside. Sharing and networking. Sharing and networking. Sharing your heart. I see her touching like her chest. So sharing what's on your chest, but sharing your heart too. Having the strength to, and having the strength to still get up and network and keep moving, even though like things have been very tough. Probably on the mind with the Ace of Swords, probably on your heart too, but just with the feminine, definitely within. So it's like it's not that you've been like beat up physically. You could have been for sure, like it could have been physical strain, but a lot of it's happening on the inside, and that's a lot dark. It can be a lot darker, but at the same time, it can also go unseen. Is what I'm feeling, So it's like it's a pain that goes unseen. So it's something you might have been dealing with if this is a reading for you, but at the same time, it's just like you're learning how to connect to it. So it's like in that sense, it feels seen by you, and that's what's making it healthier and grow. That's really nice. That's really pretty too. That's really pretty. Yeah, literally making it grow and healthy. It's like that's what the park really kind of represents too. And the snake lit. Who the fuck? Not that the snake is always a bad energy, but it definitely felt that way. And again, we're trusting our feelings, especially in 2024, baby. We're trusting our feelings. But the 7 is the number of the chariot, so someone who's probably emotionally manipulative. And the oranges are these. I can't even tell what fruit that is. That's an apple. Knowledge. Apples are fruits of knowledge, but also they're red. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Because that's like a waking up, primordial, first light energy. So first light, it's like someone who maybe someone who like that's like it's like the energy of Virgin, where it's like they brought new light to you in a situation where it's like, hey, come try this for the first time. And it's like, I don't know, instance where it's like maybe I don't know. That's a more specific example. Just feel like if they introduce you to an experience, it's like I don't know. Cards, what are you saying? If they introduce you to experience, 4 stability, brought you stability, King of Cups. I don't know what else. What does the house say in the book? It says surrounding, secure, and sanctuary. Oh, surrounding, secure, sanctuary. Maybe the experience they introduced you to was a security, was a sanctuary. But I'm looking at the way this woman looks, and she looks strong, but for some reason now she's getting trapped. So it's like whatever this surrounding, whatever the sanctuary is, like it's trapping you inside, which is not good, because like on the outside you can at least try to Shawshank, tunnel through that bitch. But with the inside, it's like there's no way out of that other than like literal death. It's just like the same way this earth works, you know? And it's just, I don't know. Because we got the 13 earlier, which is the death and rebirth. So I don't know what this energy is saying. And neither does my cup. Or bottle, I'm sorry, apparently. So let me think. Let me just keep moving forward to reading, honestly. But the 2 and the 9 is the last thing I'll say, because that's what I'm looking at. Because the numbers, they fucking talk to me too much. Numbers are always showing up. And, you know, I thought it was, and this is probably the energy too. Did I miss a card? Guys, you guys would not believe what card was literally at the bottom of this fucking, and they're literally the cards I made. So it's cool, because it's just a confirmation, because you do something stupid and fun or whatever, just for yourself or whatnot, and it actually turns out to be like connected to spirit, but then also helpful in a general sense. But look at the card that was I did not pick up, because they fell in the bag, because they're paper and they're freaking not stable. But death and rebirth, what the freak? It's so hard to use these because they don't have numbers, so I can't look at the numbers. I have to think about the order. But temperance is right there. It's hangman. Okay, hangman right there. I'm looking for you. What? This is out of order. It doesn't matter because we're already in the reading. I'm just gonna put you anywhere because I'm gonna shuffle you in a second anyway. What the fuck? It's gonna be weird to shuffle this bitch though. What the fuck? Anyways, yeah, I mean, it'll advance as we move forward, but you guys are seeing the start of it, so it's pretty cool. What reading are we doing? Oh yeah, we're doing the freaking auric reading, aura. I was going to show you abundance, that was at the bottom, but instead I showed you the back of the card. So that snake energy is telling me a little bit that maybe if there isn't that energy again still, it's like someone didn't show you the cards, they showed you only the backs of them. So again, that's like if you see the backs of someone's cards, it's more than likely that you're opposing them. You know, you're battling them. If you see their cards, you're probably on their team, you know, but it's like you weren't, it's like you didn't feel like you weren't made to feel like a part of the team. Or if that energy is there. But it's like, it's okay though, because it's like in that death and rebirth process, you then make yourself your own team, but then you just make a team for yourself in general, and it's balance. Justice energy, Libra energy, what's underneath it? Surrender. Pisces energy, but it's a white card, so just peace, stillness, and with this balance is growth and abundance. I don't know. Let's go ahead and see what the aura reading says for you. So we're going to look at 3 specific cards. We're going to be looking at energy that's leaving, current energy, and the energy that's coming in. So with this, I'm going to start with the Prism Oracle. Then I'll clarify with, I guess this is called the knowlestarot. It's going to be named after the channel because I don't know what else to call it. And again, Aries energy does not have much time to stipulate on that. So, got to keep it moving. So we'll clarify with the knowlestarot. That's fun to say. But it'll be less fun in 3 seconds. If I can't remember what's next. Oh yeah. Then we'll clarify at the end with the Lenormand Oracle on those 3 cards, which is, was it another Oracle? Or is it just the Prism Oracle and the Tarot? I think it's just the Prism Oracle and the Tarot. I might be wrong about that, because we just used it for the beginning. Heck yeah. Alright. No worries on that. We'll just clarify. We'll start with the Prism Oracle, clarify with the knowlestarot. So yeah, let's see what's up. Let's see the energy that's leaving you. Why? What was the energy? I'm going to put it somewhere. And I'm seeing anxiety page still flipping, flying out. But it's okay, because I see determination underneath it. Yeah, it comes after it, but it's showing up to me now. So, another trust your feelings energy, especially with the yellow. It's a color duality where it's like you could feel like, oh, I trust my feelings, but also this is weird. It's like at the same time, it's like, hey, you can choose either one, and it doesn't, it's not going to affect you either which way. It's like one of them just strengthens you to trust your feelings. If you don't trust your feelings, it's like, it's okay, Spirit will find a way to be able to still help you out. But if you trust your feelings, it's just that extra oomph, as they say. Extra oomph. I can't say oomph. Or maybe I don't know. Anyways. Let's see. So, let's see energy that is leaving with the Prism Oracles. First time using a spread from the actual book. And I realized that I got the colors wrong for orange and red. And I realized I got the colors wrong for orange and red. And I've had this deck since we started the channel, I think. With the first video I did, I had this deck, and I haven't had this deck forever. This is like one of my more recent ones, but it's just crazy that we had this deck for like a year and a half, or whatnot. And I was saying, oh, this is red. Incorrect. All right. We'll see. What is the energy that the collective is leaving? What is the energy that the collective is leaving? Frustration. I appreciate that. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. I don't even know if that's a real song, but consciousness at the bottom. So white and red, that always gives me shedding energy. So you're shedding something. You're shedding frustration. And this card always reminds me of like an obstacle that's like, the only reason it's not fitting through is because of the perspective almost. It's like sometimes even if that wood block can't fit that circle hole, you can probably take a knife and like whittle it down and you can get it through, right? But it's like a matter of shifting. It's like, it's your perspective. So it's like, and I don't even know, this is definitely orange. Did I say red? I hope I said orange. I don't know if I said either one, but this one is, I brought the paper, but I don't feel like getting it out. I'll bring it up if I feel it, but burnt sienna type shit. It's a paper that's been helping me with my freaking colors because it has like extended meanings and shit. And my niece got it in a Christmas present for like her paint and stuff. It's been helping because holy shit, that's a lot of energy. To clarify, I'm gonna stop with the Beyonce, but it's just like she is the moment. You could be the moment right now, but this is the energy that's leaving right now. So, The Moment by Victoria Monet. That's a really good song. The Moment. Why can't I hear that? I can almost hear. It's like hearing underwater. I can almost hear the lyric, but all I can hear, I guess, is what Spirit's telling me is like, it's your motherfucking moment. Frustration. It's like when you finally solve something, so you release it. So you're releasing frustration, at least if that's the energy that's leaving. So you're releasing frustration. So maybe if you try to make something fit over and over again, it's just not fitting. It's not working. It's not like the style or the vibe of what it's supposed to be for. It's like you're I'm losing my words. What's at the bottom? Surrender and isolation, both white cards. Isolation is a green or white. Conscious is like more purple white, and then we have black. Returning visitors. Remember how I said fear hasn't shown up? I should have told y'all again about. I should have said something more about Capricorn energy and how you have to be careful about your words, how you just fucking manifest shit, because it'll do it like instantly sometimes. And now, fear showed up in another reading before, but look at it showing up now again too, underneath the deck. But it's next to consciousness and isolation, so it's like smushed in between it in a sense. Or actually, it came out like that, to be honest. So it's like white then black. So it's very still, then darkness, but still very still, just having to move slower to find a solution because it's dark. But with this white, you can just be still and know because it's like it's bright. The frustration though. I'm gonna pull out the whole spread because that's what I've been trying to do more so, and it matches her though. So it feels like maybe frustrated from being stuck in something. The way that it's just can't fit through that circle hole. It's like you almost can't make your way out of whatever. With the woman, okay, I've seen Venus there. So whatever is like, I'm almost thinking keeping you from your passions, but also keeping you from the things that you love. Which kind of sucks. Passion and magic. Let's keep pulling the whole spread out there. You're working some magic though with that for sure. That magic came out a whole different ass color. It's a hello. Let's pull up the rest of the spread. What's the current energy for the collective then? And if you're watching this now, this is gonna be, I'm posting this a little bit later on the Sunday night. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm taking forever to freaking upload this. But I had to do a bunch of others. There should be some reading coming up too, so that's what I'm talking about. It'll be exciting. We got love. Whoa. Why do I feel like I talked about love? I didn't. But it came out and I'm not gonna say it. Energy. Okay. I really blame it on the astrology. But what is the energy that's coming in? If they're leaving frustration, they're in some love right now. So that's healing for sure. That's giving yourself some love, no matter what the outcome of whatever was in the past was. So what's coming in the future for the collective? Oh, white coming out again. Ghost. The ghost. The reason why I brought the book out, and this is the book that started all the books, bro. Because I didn't have any of the books out here or anything. Because I said, I didn't purchase them, so either I have to write them down, or I'm gonna have to go off of what I know. So yeah, I brought this book because I wanted to get very specific information for the colors that we've been learning about a lot. So it's been really cool. But this is the first book that started. Then I had to go in and grab the Lenormand and make a book out of that. And I think we have. Oh no. Before the Lenormand book, I think I even brought. God damn it! Now it's disappeared. Now it's disappeared on me. In the moment that I needed you the most. In the moment that you needed someone the most, they fucking disappeared on you? What the hell? Because I don't. I mean, I say shit randomly, but it usually pertains to something. Now, where is my guidebook? I'm going to move forward in just a moment. I'm intrigued. I want to know where my guidebook is. Because I'm going to possibly need that. Just possibly. Okay. Maybe it was under my leg. I've been doing that so much. Where is the thing that I'm looking for? Right in front of me. And that's another energy. Where's the thing that you're looking for? What's the love that you're literally looking for? It's right in front of you. That's an energy. I know it's cheesy. I know it's stupid. And I could agree with you, right? It's cheesy, stupid, but at the same time, it's really true though. It's really nice. But ghost energy is still at the bottom. Ghosty energy. Interesting. Here's the guidebook for the. This is what I use for like general tarot because it's very root information. I don't have to like bring out each individual book unless I feel the need to. But you have ghosts in it. That's really nice. You know why it's really nice? Because if you look at this spread, so far you've got like this dark red or orange. Sorry, whatever they want to call it. This orange card. This is like almost red that bleeds into like a pink, so it lightens up, and then it lightens up even more into a white. So it's like the energy is like lightning. It's literally like you're almost releasing whatever this is, and yeah, sure, it turns you into ghosts. But we're gonna read that to see what this is specifically. But we'll get into that when I get over there. But ghost usually gives me the energy. You could be looking for a job because it looks like the guy in the SpongeBob episode, the one who comes before Nosferatu, the one who has the spatula hand. I don't know what kind of fish he is, so I can never like identify him specifically. He's just a fish with a big nose, which I don't know if they have them really, but like big noses in the sea. Unless you're a shark. I'm not a shark, but I swim with a little fish, something like that. The wants and needs. I finally listened to it, and I was like, damn, I knew this. Speaking of pot. Nah, I'm forgetting it again. But I can remember the last part. I can't remember the song now. It's okay. I'm gonna move forward. Ghost, love and frustration. Frustration, love, and ghost. Oh, and I'm seeing ghosts now too. After we just brought up the energy of like, did someone literally like disappear on you the moment that you needed them? That's fucking wild. I don't know. The way this red, it's turning into pink and it's turning into white, gives me Scorpio energy because it's like a dark, or this orange. Sorry, it's a very dark orange, reddish, and so it's like dark energy because red and orange are on that darker side of the spectrum, like new light. A sunrise almost, so it's like they are. It's just an energy, like it feels like Scorpio. It feels like an energy of like being in that darkness, for a reason, learning something through it, moving through it, lighting up, and then you completely lighten up and release into ghost with the white energy. And the tint behind this is like a red white. I always see these and then I see them in other ways sometimes. Like fuck, did I get that wrong? But then again, it's color. So there is no wrong choice. Once again, this is what you feel. There might be some technical basis around it, so it does have like a reddish, pinkish hue, but I can't tell if it's red or orange, like these bitches. But this feels more like Nicole Pivarato felt that I liked this deck in her soul so much. Like she doesn't know me, but she knew that I liked this deck so much in her soul that she wanted to fuck with me. It gives me frustration. That's why I remember it's orange. The energy of that, where like something that irritates you or bothers you in a certain way, where it helps you remember, like even something as simple as a hot stove. It's like it irritates your hand, so you don't touch it again. So it's like whatever this frustration is, we'll start there, and the energy that's leaving. It's like it's very. I don't know. Everything. This is like a rectangle, and this is a structure with depth. So this is a real 3D structure. Seems like the background, the setting, it doesn't have any depth. It's just 2D. It's like a flat plane with those dots. Yeah. So like I don't know. Whatever this is frustrating, had depth. And with that being a circle, and it's giving me the energy of the snake, where it's like introducing you to a new environment or something. It's like someone who it's almost I guess I'll just say it how I'm seeing it. It's like someone who knows you're a fucking rectangle, right? Someone who knows you're like, what would you call this? A rectangular, like the 3D version of it. Like you call them a cube, and then the square's a cube, and the rectangular ones are something else. The triangle one's a pyramid. But what the fuck is a rectangular one? It's a rectangular prism? I don't know. But it's a rectangular. It's like they know you were this shape, right? They know you are a square. You have 4 sides. You are deeply dimensional, right? But all they're giving you as a way in, or maybe like a way in to like whatever it is. The only thing they offer you is a circle. So it's like they know that it can't fit, but they're still offering something. You see what I mean? It's like very like if you don't want to waste the energy's time, you should not even offer to invite it in the first place. It feels very like it definitely feels frustrating, but it also feels like just like an energy like attention seeking, where it's like they still want your attention, they still want your energy, but it's like they don't want you to really come into their depths. They don't want you to really know what they feel, know what's going on inside. It can feel very frustrating. Definitely. I'm like crinkling my eyebrows now because I feel like it peeves me to my soul, whatever that energy is. That's good. There's faith at the bottom, so there's something to have faith in. Let's continue before this fucking dark kicks in, because if you're a returning visitor, you know what the fuck I mean. Like, I don't know why. It just fall back. Yeah, this time is really crazy right now. I come out normally around this time and it's like bright for a good few hours, but now it's like I come out and I sit down, and as soon as I open my eyes up from sitting down, it's like, oh, good night. But next is love. Okay, so leaving frustration, leaving whatever the freak that was. If it's not that specifically, whatever it is, it's just it feels like very much that it didn't want to let you in fully. Person, place, or thing. It didn't want to let you in fully, so what it did was just like open itself up a little bit, but it didn't take the time to whittle itself out to. People don't have to like shape themselves to be like you, or shape themselves to fit for you, right? But it's like there was not even a compromise, even almost. I don't know. Cause like you could have, I don't know. Cause I didn't read the frustration card. I don't want to read all the cards because it'll take forever. But I just feel like there's something I'm missing from frustration. I'll say I landed right on it, and I keep missing it. Wait. Let me read this. Instead of getting angry or disappointed, take a step back and take a break. What are some alternative approaches? Okay, because the orange is all about life, energy, vitality. So if this energy is giving you an energy where it's creating like life in you, where it's creating a frustrating life energy within you, it's like, do you then hit the back with that? Do you give them some more frustration? It's like, if you can't fit through that circle peg, do you like start like attacking it then to make it work? It's like, or what do you do? I don't know. What, remember that? Is that a show? Was that only on YouTube? Was that on TV? What would you do? In most of those situations, I honestly do not know what I would have done unless I watch the episode now and think about it. Anyways, moving past that. Your current energy is love. So that's really nice. It's almost like, yeah. Because you remember how she was looking at the park? And it's like you're part of the team, but you're not a part of the team. But it's like you're part of the team, but you're not. You're always like, you're there. You're on the same grounds. But it's like, for some reason, it's just like, this is on display, and it's like you're kept inside. I don't know. It's like you're not kept inside. Back outside. More Beyonce. But it's like you're like kept, I don't know. It could be in a relationship where someone's keeping you like hidden, which is like okay for like not okay. I'm not the judge on that. I mean to say. Basically what I'm saying is that if someone's keeping you hidden, I understand, that that reason that there could be reasons for that. But then again, with this love here, it's definitely asking you to make sure you're doing the most in the highest good of your love for yourself, to make sure you're just still doing that. But with frustration, I definitely see here, it's like you couldn't fit into their shape. It's like they wouldn't adjust for your shape. There's like no fucking compromise. But like here is like you just make your own shape instead. It's very nice, and that radiates. It's like this one's got dots all over it. This one, it feels like whoever this is, if this is getting inside of their feelings and stuff, getting to their feminine, then this little placement outside with all these dots, this is their exterior, right? It's like their skin type, whatever, right? And so it's like this is like I always mention on this channel, like these dots, I always feel like they're like people, like nouns, N-O-U-N. They're like people, places, or things. So it's like throughout history, points in history that you've gone through, people you've seen, places you've gone, things you've received, had, it's like things that are part of your journey, right? So it's like if these are points of their journey and this is their exterior, it's like imagine they're tatted up with like everybody's names that they ever met in their entire life. It's like it feels like baggage. It feels like baggage. So it's like, and whatever this is on like outside of their skin, it's clear. It's empty, so it may feel alone, but it's like it's a lot better than the baggage or whatever that is. It's not just relationship baggage. It feels like with that sixth energy, it feels like root childhood baggage. It's like shit that they've really got to get into. And I literally just saw a child walk out of the house, so that's definite on that. But the love here is like, yeah, it's like, yeah, you know how this space was empty and it feels like coldish. It's like I don't want to go to it. Well, I mean it's orange, so it should feel warm, right? It just still feels empty and alone, so that can feel like maybe still conflicting. But it's just nice because then you have the heart, and then like this is clear space still, but you're like radiating lines through it, where it's like light is coming out of you because of the choice you've made to like even surrender to a process, not try to fight something so much somewhere, where it's like, yeah, this mother freaker, the fear card. We never saw it before. I'm like, oh my goodness, we hadn't seen fear. And fear was like, okay. Or if it was more, fear wouldn't be more like, oh, okay, but whatever. There's strength here. So literally the strong lady is coming through again, but with fear too. And with love, the fear of love yourself for sure. But the fear of, the fear of going into that black space where it's like, it's empty. It may seem dark where you can't see anything. It may seem cold where it's like, nothing is protecting you or taking care of you. But at the same time, you then learn how to protect and take care of yourself, gain that strength, gain that energy from your own self. And like you could always do it. It was just like a matter of like showing you that you could do it. But at the same time, it's like a balance. Like universe will help you sometimes and you'll help yourself sometimes. I don't know. But ghosts in the future, I'm definitely going to read that because I do not know. Ghost is the energy that's coming into you. Feels very Danny Phantom. Who the freak brought that energy? I just feel because it's like if that's the energy that's coming in. I'm thinking, like, imagining literally a ghost. Like, now that would be more so like, I can't think of anything specific, so I'll move forward. Okay, this is the best example. Does this reddish base card look the same? To this grayish bluish card right here? This is the best example because this is a white card, so it's like, you know how anything stains on white. Like, this is literally, y'all see this undertone? I'm not tripping about this deck and this book. It's so that I'm pissed. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna breathe and think. The ghost, let me read this, because what the freak? That's not the same color. I'm just gonna give up. Nicole, I love you. When this card comes up in a reading, maybe because a ghost from your past, quote unquote ghost from your past, has been paying you a visit. There's so many things I'm coming up with that. Just the fact that, like, ghosts of your past, and it's like ghosts exist on different planes. Like, they're not, you can't see them, but if you do believe in them, you can't see them, but they do still fucking exist on like a level of existence that we can't see, but it's still blending with ours. So I just think about that because if I'm thinking about like them living on a different plane or dimension, we were talking about how this 3D cube has depth, right? So it's like they live on a dimension where there's not much depth. They could be like very 1D-ish, very 2D-ish, where they're just very like simple almost. And again, there's been this energy of you being very complex and whatever you're dealing with being very simple. And it's like, while it is cute and while it does, like, it almost hits me with that opposites attract energy where it's like that does work sometimes, but like it doesn't work maybe in the way that people think, where it's like they're oppositing the wrong thing. I don't know how to say that. More like an internal external balance with that. But it's like maybe this is energy where you try to do opposites attract, where it's like, oh, I'm super smart, they're super dumb, but like we bring that, not, it doesn't have to be that, but it's like you bring that balance to each other. But this doesn't feel balanced. It just feels like they were lazy and you did all the work, and you were understanding and giving and compromising, and they just wanted what was best for them. And so that's not good. And it doesn't have to be that. It just feels like it's just a frustrating energy. I can't deny that. If I look at that circle, it's like circles definitely, they continue. They go back to the same place they always were. You're a square, though. You have 4 sides. So it's like it's like 4 seasons. You have like things change with you, but it doesn't change with them. So I don't know. I don't know. Moving forward. Your ghost may be something unresolved or repressed. Beyonce coming through. Give it to me. All that energy, all that suppressed negative energy. I was giving someone a massage the other day because they were having fucking head pains, and again that's like headaches. That shit you really can't get on the outside, and it's so painful. There's like it's so much pain that you can't like put. You can do as much you can on the outside and hope it translates, but it's like you can't really solve that inner pain unless you're a surgeon for yourself, which sounds dangerous, and it probably could turn you into a ghost. So unless you're skilled, do not do that. But yeah, and that's all she's definitely. And I was talking that massage out, and I was remembering back to when I was learning that a lot of times when like if it's a good tip if you want to remember, a lot of times when like if you're massaging or you're trying to like, get pain out of your body, it's usually like it's almost like imagine yourself as like a geometrical shape where like you have like these faces of your body, but then you also have like these sides, the points where like all the points where the faces meet. That sounds like kissing. That's kink. That's fun. That's not kinky. That's cute. So whatever you're moving into is cute with this ghost energy, but I don't know why it's cute. I was gonna say like a Halloween costume type, so I don't know. But this frustration, if I were to just say anything, I would just say that yeah, like it's where like the sides meet. So it's like when you're massaging and such, it's like trying to get everything off of the face of this side and move it to like where the sides are instead of the face. So like you want to like move everything to where like the edges are because in some way like it releases them through that point. It doesn't keep it stuck up all in this. So that's a good tip that I was remembering. But I was thinking about that just because this is what it feels like in a sense. With the ghost energy, anything that's repressed or negative, unresolved, pay attention to it during this time. And why do you think it's coming to you? What is it here to teach you? So it's like, yeah, pain can be a teacher in that sense where it's like, oh shit, or a signal. It's like, hey, this is going on. And so if we didn't have the pain, the body would probably just deteriorate and we wouldn't know it. So this ghost here is something important. So it's almost given like ghosts of Christmas, past, present, future, where it's like them bitches were weird, but they taught Scrooge a story. I don't remember that story. I didn't really read it on my own. That's a long ass book. I can't stand the writers of that time. They're so pretentious. Who's gonna read a whole ass book, bro? Give me Dr. Seuss type shit, please. I'm sorry. I don't know where that came from, but I still agree with it. So yeah, why do you think this ghost is coming here now? What do you think it's here to teach you? There's love with love and frustration and ghost. With love and frustration, the ghost of your past. It definitely feels like yeah, like there's this ghost, this energy. Because I'm thinking it's coming from a different plane, so it could just be like an ancestral energy coming towards you, or just like some energy that's like an angelic, source coming towards you, just from a different plane that doesn't operate and communicate like you do, but it feels what you feel. It almost feels like it feels the experience, so it can teach you something, but it can show it to you in a different way, in a way that your human eyes are not used to. And if I see the letter G, C, D, E, F, G, after I did the first ones. If they're not A, B, C, or D, and sometimes E or F, I don't fucking know. But G is 7. That's funny. That's right after F, which is 6. So it makes sense why I didn't know. It's literally right after what I know for sure. So this gives the energy of you walking into a cycle that I don't know, like I don't know. Because this, before I get into this is definitely giving like your skills and like maybe the skills you've gained in work. And it's funny because the ghost card is like, are you looking for a job for me? Because that guy who comes in, he's like, I'm looking for a job. I don't know if he ever got it. I hope so. I didn't see him though, so I'm guessing not. The energy the ghost is giving with that, it's the I was saying that your job skills could be helpful to your everyday life. It seems like it feels like whatever you've gained in the workplace, in the workforce, or even not even in the workforce, what you've gained just like on the streets of life, like working and building, just as a worker, as a doer, as a builder, provider, leader for yourself. I don't know, for some reason it's helping in your real life, and it feels like it could be helping with like the love and frustration. Because it's almost like you attribute it. It's like I do all this for myself. It's like, why don't you? In a sense, it's like, it's not that you're asking someone to do all the things that you do for yourself. It's just like, it's almost like at a bare minimum. It's just like, it's like you can see it inside out. They don't respect you. It's like, then they don't respect themselves. It's like, why don't they respect themselves? Some energy like that, where the woman feels very like she's reflecting. But why is the feminine energy would normally be obviously reflecting in on itself? This is reflecting in on the outside. So she's literally looking at some shit and she's like, Mm, I don't know. She's touching her chest, so she just feels like that's very like I don't know. If, for some reason, it's feeling like we're like truth and like your voice is held. So and then like your heart is there too, and your lungs are breathing. So a lot of like intake, outtake, but also important things. Important for life, for that breath part, but then your voice is also important for the continuation of life because it's like it continues. When you speak, and it continues your story of who you are, you know? I don't know how to say that in words, but that it continues that. So it's like she's holding she's holding that area. Looking at the outside, it's almost like whatever's on the outside, it's like not processing right. Like she's almost like she feels for it. She's like, you guys are acting strong in the wrong way. It's like you guys are being forceful and not really processing things, and that's why you're in pain. No, and maybe you're in a bit of pain, but it's like the outside's in more pain, and you're like, baby, I know why you're feeling that way, and I don't know. It's like an energy you can't help, you know, because it's like it's not your job to help it, but I mean you can express yourself to it, but that's as far as you can go with most things, you know. I don't know. Like if you're saying if you have the ability to move to them, and that's your only ability, and their only ability is to change their shape, and they physically have that magic ability, and you come down, you're like, I'm a square, you gotta open up, and they're like just sitting here staying in a circle. I drop something. If they're literally just staying here, it's almost the energy of just like you've expressed yourself to them. You've used English fucking words, or not English, whatever language you speak. You've used the words of your language, and it's getting dark. What's the battery at? I guess it'll be fine. I'll move fast. The weeklies are never supposed to get dark like this, but it's okay. Yeah, that's mostly what I'm seeing with that. It's just that with the frustration and the love, yeah, it's like yeah, you literally express yourself, and this is that orange energy of life. So it's like you're trying to bring life into it. You're trying to kickstart it. You're trying to move it somewhere, and it's like they're just unmovable. They could be a Taurus. It could be any Earth energy. We're in Capricorn season. It could be a Capricorn. Ooh, the way a Capricorn is unmovable. Oh my gosh, it almost it almost pisses you off because it's like they're so smart, but they're still so fucking. Every sign has a balance. I'm not trying to be rude in any way because I mean I'm pointing at myself. I'm a Capricorn moon, so I have some of that energy in a different way. But I'm not making any fun of anyone. I will talk about the goods and bads about everybody. So, and I don't know. I was trying to finish as an example, but I'm thinking of the cards. I'm trying to really get you guys this message. The last thing I'll see with that before I move on is the letters of everything, because they start with the capital letters of F, L, and G. FLG. That's almost the word flag, which is about nationality, what's important to you, putting it on display, which is what this is about, sharing, networking. So putting something on display that's important to you. And that sounds like communication. That's literally like, this is important to me in here. So here it is from my voice displaying to you, literally like captions. Like you literally gave them all the information they needed. You said, I am square. Please shift. And then they were like, and it just kept spinning in that circle. So I don't know, it just seems like, I don't know, a dog chasing his tail. It's like, I would never endorse this, but you got to put that thing out to pasture. I genuinely, I like save animals as much as you can, but if they're human animals, if they are dogs, if they act like dogs but they got opposable thumbs, what did Amber Mark say? Throw that person right into the past, which is literally the energy that they're in. So you've probably thrown them into the past, which is why they're sitting here like this. Interesting. But yeah, if there's a square and a circle before, it's like, and even think about that, the letters, the shapes I'm saying, they're square, circle, they're very two-dimensional, very, still very, very, almost like even like not low energy, because two-dimensional is necessary. It helps us move forward, but it's just like you're still moving forward, and that's not wanting to move out of the 2D. It's not wanting to move out of that. It doesn't want to move to another level. It just wants to stay there almost. So it's like, I don't know. It's just those shapes are interesting, but then you come up with the heart, which is still a 2D shape, but it's interesting. It's not technically what a heart is shaped like. It's kind of, but at the same time, it's like a made up shape. It's not like one of those ones that's naturally found in like nature. Naturally found in nature. It's not found in nature, but we've made it so that we can understand it. So that's an energy of love too. That pink energy is understanding something. So like you understand yourself. It's like you're hearing yourself, and you hear yourself so much. It's like you only create a new shape when you've run through all the resources to know that you don't have a shape to clarify, right? So it's like, okay, I don't have information for this. Let me go ahead and make something new, right? Which is what the heart does all the time. I don't have information. Let me use my intuition to find out, you know? So I don't know. It's just anything with this energy. It's like with love. It's like you didn't have the information. You didn't have all of it. You didn't have all the pieces you had. But you know what? You're gonna do what you can, what you got. And so in a sense, that was all that was needed. Like you look how small this heart is too in this frame. You only had that much, but look at how much it gave out. I don't know. F is a 6 for frustration, so that's a 6 is a number of the lovers, it's choice, balance, harmony, life path 6 right here, AA, any other life path 6, please comment I almost said comment in the description. Please comment down below if you're life path 6, because that's what's up. Not at 105 too. 10551, that's reflecting 6 energy. That's cool. And 6 is a number of reflection. If it's about past, present, and future, as well as things aligning, it's about reflection, because you know the way a mirror aligns. I don't know. Excuse me. So not aligning with this person not reflecting, not wanting to reflect, because in order to reflect, you'd have to go to that blue energy, which has reflection. So you'd have to make your way through that cycle of colors, and it's just like they're at the red. They see that new light. And it's almost like that person who like wakes up, sees the sunlight, and then goes right back down. It's like you're doing the work during the day. It's not that they have to do work. It's almost just like they're choosing not even to live. Because red is life. It's the start of color, but orange is that real movement. It's like red is you could almost say that red is like a seed sprouting, and then orange is like those leaves starting to come through it, and it's just like they sprouted and they just sat there in that sprout. It almost feels, and that's not a bad thing. Again, that's what the door. There's not a bad thing which choice you want to make, but there is a choice again that not only strengthens you, but it adds more flavor. It benefits you. So it's like, in that sense, what choice would you want to make? Would you want to stay in the same place, or would you want to go? It's like not asking if you want to either stay in the same place or be demoted, because obviously, what would you do? You probably stay in the same place, or you get demoted. But this choice is asking you: do you want to stay in the same place, or do you want to actually like gain more? And I feel like gaining, or not just gain more. But do you want to like add more? Yeah, not just gain more, but add more richness, depth, realness to your life. Pleasure, honest pleasure, real, true, like deeply connected, good things for you. And ghost is nice in the future that's coming in, because energy comes out, so it still matches that whole like vibe we've got with this going on. Like, gonna have to use 2 hands. So it still matches that vibe of like this red and pink. White, what does this give me? Peppermint, for sure. Cinnamon, but definitely peppermints. And peppermints, I don't know what it is about it. They usually help me when my stomach is upset. So I usually like have peppermint tea, or like I'll like eat a peppermint, and it'll help me when my stomach's upset. So this could be, and that's like if I can't digest it, it's like it helps. So it helps the internal. So something about helping the internal right now. Red and white always gives me shedding, and shedding is a good process to help your body like recover from something or release old energy so that you can bring in good energy, positive. So you're releasing negative energy for sure, but you start off in it with that past energy. You've definitely seen it. I'm stopping myself from doing Evermark references right now. I'm trying to. Seen it all before. It's not that easy. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and clarify now. I think that's all I'm seeing. Oh yeah, G is a 7. So if I add that together, F6, L comes H-I-J-K, L comes after K, and K is 2. So L's 3. So F is a 6, L is a 3. 6 and 3, was that not the 2 numbers together reading 6 cups and 3 cups? And then G is a 7. So 6, 3, and 7 is 9 plus 7 is 16. The tower, whoa, another 7, which is, I guess, the chariot. So it's tower and chariot, energy coming in. Tower is Scorpio, or Mars, so Scorpio and Aries. But it's like main color Scorpio, undertone Aries. Or, I don't know. That's up to you to decide. Epic rap battles of history, anybody? You decide. I haven't seen one of those in forever. But major 6 cup vibes were right there. For me personally. I see what I'm missing. The tower and the chariot, so Cancer energy as well. there's not much zodiacal with the Oracle, Prism Oracle frustration. Could be fire energy. Love here, it's pink, so it's unconditional love. Plus also the death energy of that, the pain in that. So I'm giving that to Scorpio, which is water energy. And then Ghost is white. It feels very Fool, so maybe Aquarius or Aries, any of those signs. And again, the deck doesn't clarify, so we're just going off of what's being seen. Let's go ahead and clarify and see what's going on. I don't even know how to shuffle this baby. We got the Knowles Tarot right here. Only major arcana, 22, but an extra gift. Choose your own card if that does come out. I didn't pre-shuffle these because I didn't even know how to shuffle them in the first place. But I'll do my best. We're gonna have to little shuffle it. Oh my god, that's freaking ugly. No, it's not. It's pretty cute. Not pretty cute, but because they're just small. Weird small cards. Anyways, I'm supposed to be looking at the back of the deck. I don't even know how to work this deck, but it's pretty cool. We'll go ahead and clarify and see what's going on. Frustration, the energy is leaving. Love is the energy that you're in right now. And you're moving to Ghost. Alright. Why am I always getting curious to start at the end of the reading? To the end of the spread. I'm always like, should I start with Ghost? Nah. Yeah, so let's start with frustration, because I definitely want to see what that's about. It's popping out to me. Let's see. Frustration. If we can get a clarifier with the Knowles Tarot, what would be an energy for frustration? The first card pull from this deck. Well, okay, so and that was frustration too. That's freaking ghetto. One fell out, and what is that? What is that? The justice energy of 11 with frustration. Yeah, it's imbalanced. Oh, 556 on the clock. Come on. It was interesting because we had 555 on one of our early morning tarots, and then another reading. I don't know if I've posted it yet, but it was almost 555. My watch wasn't fucking working, and so it was being stupid. And as soon as it turned on, the time changed. So I don't know. Something about that, I don't know. Nah. If it comes back, it comes back. I don't see anything with that really yet, but I'm holding it backwards. The justice energy, and I don't even know that's showing up. Hopefully you can see it. That's bright. The justice with frustration. Whoa. And yeah, I was drawn to do nothing but write the words, which is so opposite of me. I'm like, give me a picture book. My Aries ass. And that's literally funny because Libra literally is the opposite of me. Libra's the opposite of Aries, which is interesting because if I talked about opposing energies and how it's like they kept their card close to their chest, and it's very opposing. The justice here is saying that things are balancing out in a sense where what do I see here with justice? I can read from the book, but I don't want to yet because I see something. And frustration is about perspective. So it's you see something. We got the snake too, which is about knowing how things work at a root level. So seeing, it's almost like red. It's you've been there since not that you've been there since the start, but maybe even you know how that feeling feels to you personally, deeply at your root. So if you know how someone else feels about something, and it's almost like if you know how something hurts you and how it makes you feel bad, it's someone else could have that same feeling too, and it's you don't save them from that. Instead, you just want them to live in that. No, not you, sorry. It's whatever was opposing you. It's it wanted you to live in their energy instead of being you. It didn't want you being in a happy energy. It didn't want you challenging them to be better. It didn't want you opposing them in that sense where you red and green are stop and go. So it's one is stop, one is go. They're opposite things. They're not gonna do the same thing, right? But when you stop, it shows you just how much fun it is to run and go. But then when you run and go, it shows you how nice it is to stop and take that breather. So it's it keeps that in that balance. It keeps you striving for both, so you're not stuck on one. This mother freaker, whoever this energy is, whatever person, place, or thing is, it saw you in that opposing energy, and it could do either. And it's almost like fight or flight. It could do either one or two things. It could it could fight you and be challenged, become a better energy, or it could just flight and just stay in the fucking energy that it's in, and it's I don't know what choice it chose, especially with F being the number 6 of choices. I don't know what it chose. With the justice energy, it's almost like their karma at the same time as it is I don't think it's expected. I'm not just saying expected, but at the same time, it's like with justice, being Libra, the house of relationships, it's almost like this is the only way they know. It's like this is the only relationship with the orange here. At first, it's like the only thing that they've known, the only type of relationship, but also like justice. J is number one, but it also reminds me always of a fish hook. It's like shaped like a hook, so it's like fish hooks are very important to my childhood. My grandfather took me out a bunch, but then as I grew up, then I started to feel more bad. And now I'm like, yeah, I definitely feel bad because then I realized then I think about the esoteric shit and like life in general. And I'm like, I think about the fact that fish, like we had at the beginning with King of Pentacles, fish, and pretty much most of animals, because they live, we try to live together, but most of them are pretty much fucking helpless, especially against humans with opposable thumbs and minds and tools. Even if half of them act like Neanderthals, we still can move around like humans. And so it's interesting because like I thought about fishing. And if you fish, I'm not dogging on it. You can have the fun that you want. You live, your life. That's the most important thing. For me personally, I grew up and thought about, I was like, damn, like if I were a fish and I was just fucking swimming and I saw food, and then I went to go like survive and eat and salvage my stomach, and something pulled me up out of my fucking environment and fucking tried to kill me and eat me, all because I was trying to eat. I would feel pretty fucking bad. And that's almost like that energy of like karma too. It's like you hurt something that it's helpless. The energy is gonna get you back somehow, in a sense. So I don't know. That's what's frustration too. It's like if something frustrated you with that justice, it's getting its karma back. But also at the same time with justice, it's like that reflection energy that I was talking about. I talked about the reflection energy when it came to the frustration because it's almost like it's blue is that color of reflection. So then you go from your red and you make your journey all the way to the blue, and that's how you fill out that circle, the full spectrum to go through, because you reflect at the end of the journey. So the blue is that end of the color spectrum where you reflect on all of it. But that person didn't even want to go through the journey. That place didn't even want to experience the journey. But it's like with the justice energy, you did. Justice is balance, reflection. So it's like you use that reflection. You went through the journey, and then when you got to the end of it, you reflect on it. And even think about that. When you get to the end of the journey and that, two things. It's like you were waiting to see them at the end of the journey with you, which or that energy, and it's like it probably isn't at the same level right now. But also at the same time, it's like I don't know. It's like you can look back on it, and not look back on it, but you can like literally almost physically look at them standing on that red spot, and you're standing on the blue one, and you're like, bro, where did he go? It's like you can fucking echo. Like that's how far. I don't know. It just feels like this could be how far apart this frustration has been for you. This is how far apart you've been connected with this person or this thing. I don't know. And it feels like there's distance now, like there's space, but we'll keep moving forward. The tower coming up at the top of the deck when we were talking about it. Talking about the energy of the tower. Ooh, this deck's gonna be freaking hard to show in the. Yeesh. Hopefully it shows up. Yay. Yeah. They come around. These latest is something to sweeper. Was made in Geneva. I know the song. I listen to it literally every day because it's in my Capricorn season playlist on Spotify. So I listen to it every day. But I'm just not good at remembering things. So let's see what we have with love in your current. Oh, that just fell right out. Something's falling right out of heaven for you. Stop. And do you want to know what it is? What it is. Amber Mark. She came through just because the energy just called for it. Like I couldn't even stop it. So the thing about this energy too, it felt like it falls out of heaven. Even if it's like love for yourself, it's just like as soon as you release it, it's like all that love drops out of heaven for you to see. It's like all these things that you maybe Six of Cups you used to enjoy doing, but things that with the Six of Cups it even advances. So things that you've learned to now enjoy. It's like all that coming together, and almost with that alignment energy, it's like it's like the perfect timing luck example where it's like things come into a perfect balance, but then you look back on it. It's almost like the energy those TV shows that like look back and like look at the flashbacks where you're like, oh, this happened and that's why it came into perfect timing because like all this stuff happened in perfect play. It almost seems like whatever this is, it just came into perfect play because so many things were happening behind the scenes, very very And that's major arcana for sure. They're definitely behind the scenes. That's their balance. They're major cards, but you can't see them. You can't see you can't see that energy working. Six of Pentacles, you can see somebody at their hand, someone change. Ten of Wands, you can see somebody with their back fucking stressed and they're fucking exhausted and tired. Two of Cups, you can see a cute little relationship out there, but you're not really gonna see the Temperance Angel standing. That'd be creepy to me. I'm even scared of that big ass statue that's in. Oh, I can't fucking think of it. Oh, that one that's praying. Oh God, no, not the way. It's terrifying. It may not be terrifying to you, but it's big things. Why do we have them? Anyways, all that spiel. Just say you got this card. Choose your own major arcana. That's freaking crazy. I said if we get this, there are still 20. If there were 23 when we started, because it's the extra card. There's still 21 other cards to choose from. 22, I guess. 21, 22, 21. Anyways, so it's just cool. Choose your own major arcana. The universe is literally saying, that's cool. They're saying this is up to you, and we talked about in the beginning how it not only helps you choose the energy that you're feeling, but it also helps you listen to your own intuition. I didn't practice this before, so I'm not sure what to say with that if I don't get a major arcana. My spirit's just telling me to go ahead and look at the bottom of the deck just to get what is being shown. But you guys choose your own specifically individually. What would match with love for you? And that would be hard. I don't want to just put this whole decision on you, but it's just like, yeah, it's not something you have to think about. It's almost just feeling into it, like an energy that if I said love, like the doctor who's like, if I show you this picture, what do you feel? It's like that basically too. It's like if I say love, like what major arcana or what tarot card comes to you? What major arcana comes to you immediately? Because we're talking about them specifically. It's almost like you're almost, this card like allows you to invoke the spirit of that major arcana. It's like we are all for your, for your assistance, your help. We're all at the disposal of your needs and wants. You just have to be specific and communicate it. So this is like feeling it first, knowing it, and then communicating it. So maybe once you choose your major arcana for love, or you feel more in your intuition, start to write it down, put it on paper so that you're like putting it out there. Or not just writing it down, but just expressing it, putting it out there so that you're aware, that is something that's important to you, because then that's how the universe knows that it's important to them, so that they can do something with it. But choose your own major arcana with love. Ooh. How many of y'all chose lovers? How many? Because I just felt it in my soul. And I'm telling everybody on this channel right now that y'all chose. Oh, we got the Emperor, though, who's at the bottom. The Emperor at the bottom, slightly kinky. A little more than slightly. That's nice. It feels balanced, so that's what I'm saying. It's like, ooh, I'd probably watch. Anyways, ignore that. The choose your major, and I'm choosing the ones on the bottom just to keep it out of my, so it's more so for you guys. But this is just the overall. So match the Emperor with whatever you chose. If you chose the Empress, then you're probably on the right path. That matches, but you're all on the right path. Love with the Emperor. Control, because love is something that you cannot control whatsoever. Coming from an Aries who just feels like who feels like they're in love almost half the time of their life, but also feel like they can't control anything ever. I definitely know that for sure. So the Emperor's coming out, and the Emperor is number 4. And with that rectangle thing that you guys were in the beginning, it's like that rectangle has those 4 faces. So you could be a very complex person. 4 faces. There are 4 sides to you that are very important, but still individual, unique. They're different. There's sides of you that need different, what's the balance, like praise, but then also discipline. So it's like different parts of you that need certain good things, but need certain bad things, have wants and needs, stuff like that. But also at the same time, with the Emperor being 4, that control, those 4 sides, but then it almost feels like the example we were talking about earlier with, like, if you want to release that pressure, that feeling of control, is like getting them off, like pushing them out of the faces of you, pushing them pushing them outwards towards the points where they meet, the points where they connect. So yeah, it's like almost connecting. Yeah, because when you do that, you still have to connect to your body. So the whole premise is connecting. Once you connect to yourself, you can then connect to more things on the outside of you. And so in a sense, with that, I feel love, choose your own major arcana. If I see the word even choose your own major arcana, it's like you're choosing to release some pain from your body. But in a sense, to do that, you have to connect to the pain. So you probably have to look through it, you have to understand, you have to realize it. And that way when you connect to it, it's almost like a grip. Then you have a grip on it, because when you can't connect to it and you don't have a grip on it, you don't have any influence on it. You can't push it out of you. But then when you connect to it, you understand with that pink energy. When you understand pink, where there is a fire, there was gonna be a flame, and where there is a flame, someone's bound to get burned. And just because it burns doesn't mean it's gonna die. You gotta get up and try. I remember, I think in the last reading I was like, I'm not gonna sing, this is fucking long. But today I had to be sung. I don't know, something very passionate in that pink energy now. Pink, yeah, and I don't know if I mentioned, and we've had a lot of the ladies come out, and they're technically the female subjects in the deck. So pink is another female subject. I don't know her. Oh my god, this doesn't happen to me often. I'm almost fucking stumbled by myself. I usually know people's signs, especially celebrities, because the mirror reflection aspect of it, where I'm like, I want to reflect and see how I'm, similar to these crazy famous people who are still human just like us. I want to see what's similar and all that shit and different. But what I'm basically saying and all that, it's just, I don't know her sign. I'm pissed. And I would look it up, but my Safari is what you guys are watching this video through right now, so I can't do that. But what I would say with her energy, she's been an artist for a very long time. She's been successful for a very long time. If you've listened to Fun, I don't think anyone knows who Fun is these days. With Nathan Roos. But she's also sung with other people too. So she's just had a very strong, long-lasting career. So I just think of this energy of being long-lasting, very strong, because you're building it with yourself. But at the same time, Pink, she's so I can't. She's definitely. Oh yeah. Okay. No, for sure. She's definitely inspired many people in ways that they don't even know, probably. But if they do know it, it's like, it's obvious. Even when they don't know, it's still obvious, because it's the same way with these 4 faces I'm seeing in this, like, on the face of it. And I don't know, the balance too, the energy, where it's like she gives it a good balance with what she does, where she expresses her femininity, she expresses her anger, her truth, her real life. She expresses herself, but then she also she expresses her insides, right? But she does it in a very, what you would call, masculine way, where she could be very loud, very boisterous, very in your face with those faces. She's just very like. She wants you to see it, which is like that white energy of seeing, of light, of masculinity. So she doesn't want it to be she doesn't want anything to go unseen. She wants it to be seen. So the love she has for herself through the fucking trial she's gone through, she wants you to see how much, like, how painful it's been, but then also how much love she's built. She wants you to see that loss, but then also that gain, because it's like, then it gives you a deeper understanding, of course, but then it also could inspire you, to go do that for yourself. So I don't know, that's the energy that I feel here. It's like you were definitely inspired to go do something very beautiful for yourself. And with this choose your own major arcana, it's like the universe is saying 2 things. They're saying, 1, you chose your path with this, and when you did, it almost looks like this heart, it's like a doorknob, or like a key knob, or a keyhole. There we go. Sorry, I told y'all, Pisces Mercury. It's like, sometimes, like I said, it's like, yeah, like it's like hearing underwater, but also at the same time, it's like I'm fishing with my hands, which people do. But if I ain't gonna fish with a fishing pole, y'all think with my hands? I don't know what's up under that water. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. The love here is giving me definitely like a keyhole. Like, I don't know whatever it is, you definitely unlock something beautiful within that. And if we had the Lenormand coming out, and let's see what they'll be. Nah, they didn't do it. It's okay. They're not gonna do it. I'm just gonna keep pulling cards that are not that, and then after the reading, I'll open one card, and it'll be exactly the one I was looking for. Because Spirit is funny like that. Troye Sivan, silly. I'm so silly like that. What does he say? He says, I'm a love G. Not love G. I'm a love junkie. I'm so silly like that. He basically talking about how he's. Oh, it's a love song. He's basically talking about how he's silly for loving, because he knows how much he puts his heart into it. He knows how like it doesn't always work out, but at the same time, like, you know, he's still gonna be there for that part of him. He's still gonna love, and that's what Pink was saying too. No matter how much, if you think you're gonna die, you gotta get up and try. You gotta keep moving. You gotta keep trying. So something about that where it's like, yeah, it's silly. Yeah, things end. Yeah, things will be frustrating. It's not always gonna work out. But in a sense, it's like you're not gonna give up on this love that you have, whether it be for another person for sure, or a thing, or a place, or something that just means something to you, right? With the Pink energy, it's something that deepens you. I'm feeling that with Pink, it deepens you, because like even like with the Pink energy of mothering, I always had to wonder, Pink is so like, what's the balance? Because Pink is so like love, it's so unconditional love, it's beautiful. So like, what is that balance? It's like the pain you go through. It's like you have that unconditional love because it has to be, because some things are fucking painful, some things are awful, and it's just like they hurt more than you can ever fucking explain. So there has to be that balance of like, okay, if I'm not able to explain this, then there's got to be some point where I have to just unconditionally love it, because there's like, you know, I don't know how to explain that quite yet, but we'll probably get there one day. But just basically with this, there's a balance in this where like something's been very painful, so you tempered it out on your own by using understanding, by like, it's like if it's like almost, and it feels kind of painful, but it's like if this energy was something that's like couldn't express themselves, it's like, you know, you've been at that point before too, and it's like, even though you really care for them and you really want them, or you really want to be a part of this energy, it's like, you know, it's better off. Not even that energy, if you love something, let it go, but it's like, if you love yourself, let that go. Not even just like that. I'm just saying it because like it came into a funny balance, and I don't want to just say like, let this go, because that's not easy at all, especially if you care for it. But I'm saying more in a sense like, you know, that saying, if you love something, set it free. But again, Capricorn moon energy plus the Capricorn season we're in, it's like I'm twisting the words. It's like, if you love something, set yourself free. Because it's like, you can set that thing free, but it's almost like I use Capricorn energy to balance it, and that's exactly what I'm saying. Because like in the when it started, that saying could have been very helpful, but over time, just like the word gaslighting, just like the word white, I was gonna say wife beater, I don't know why, but just like many other things, it gets misconstrued because everyone has personal ideas, and they mix it with the actual factual idea, and they don't know which is which. It's giving a funhouse mirror, but it's like people reflect just really interestingly, and so it's like they really can water shit down, and reflection is a water blue energy as I pull up my water bottle. So it definitely feels like, yeah, emotional. It feels like people are stuck. Well, I guess I say stuck in that transition and knowing things. But I would just say the reason I'm saying that is because the love, the reflection, choose your own. Dang, and you guys are allowed to just get back 5 seconds and remember what I just said, but I can't. And I hate that sometimes. Like, I wish I could remember what I just said. Something about how they couldn't reflect. I'm now thinking about reflecting being how like light bounces off of stuff. So it's like interesting now. Because like one, it could have been really hard to bounce ideas off of them because they were just super just like defensive and like for no reason, you know. But also at the same time, it's just like hard to. I was thinking hard to penetrate, but you know what I mean by like light. But no, you know, it's still sexual. But it's like hard to penetrate, hard to really get into anything deeply, which is okay if you want that. But then, you know, then that's exactly what I'm saying with intuition. It's like, if you want that, that's cool. If I'm not saying the same thing, but it's the same energy where it's like, if you want that, it's cool, but you know that there's something else you may want that's better for you. So it's like, you know, which are you gonna go with? So like with intuition, it's like, you know, there are a bunch of choices flying around, but there's one that hit your heart. And you could think it a bunch of times, but there's one that hit your heart, and your heart's not gonna overthink what it thought the first time. Let me see. Yeah, that's what I see with that. Is the Emperor still at the bottom? He might be. He is. What's underneath the Emperor? The Lovers. So I knew somebody chose the Lovers for that shit. And the Chariot. They probably still a little bit in order. I didn't shuffle them that well. That is literally 4. That's 4, 6, and 7. which is 17, which is the star, which comes after the 16 we got earlier, the tower. So this is healing coming after a major structure breaking, or healing coming after just like, again, like what I said with the pink reference, like so much pain and like strife, and this is you healing through it. Wow. So then ghost, I didn't just realize it, but I couldn't speak about it before because we weren't there yet. But I just realized why it's funny, because in the beginning we talked about it not being an 8, not being a 10 that you're at, but you're at a 13, and that 13 is death and rebirth, and this ghost would be in that whatever the in-between stage is for that and rebirth. The ghost is just like floating in the plains. So very air energy, I guess. Let's see what we got with the tarot so I can shut my mouth. We got the Empress at the bottom though, nice. Birthing, creating, the pain. Let's see. What do we have coming out with ghost? With that ghost energy. Oh, well, that's a few cards, but they flipped out like normal cards. This is freaky. They're super tiny. I got big ass hands. So I don't know how to fucking do this. But Spirit, if we could just have one card from Knowles Tarot. Oh, and thank you, Spirit, for even coming up with the Knowles Tarot deck in the first place, because I was so inspired by you, Spirit. I just want to appreciate. I just want to say I appreciate it. Any more cool ideas, Spirit? You can definitely bring them on my way so I can share them as much as I can. Let's see. We have Ghost. Oh my gosh. I don't know how to shuffle. I don't know how to pull from these. Watch the next reading I come through and they're like bigger size so I can actually shuffle them. But I might pull from this because I can't. It won't pull one. Oh, okay. One fell out. And then one is sitting on top of my hand. What does that say to me? Because they both flipped over, so I don't know which one is which. One is stuck on my hand, although one actually transcended past my hand and went through, somewhere else. So it feels like one, the energy of one is stuck on something and one is transcending, moving past, transforming. So since this card transformed, I'm going to say it to you because you're in the actual ghost, and I want you to move through the transformation. So I'm going to say this is your energy for sure. We got the... Crazy. Yeah, for sure. This is your energy. Because we just said that 4, 6, and that 7 turns into the star, which is number 17. And you guys do get... Why does the light turn down every time I pull it up? Yo, dumb self. Okay. I'm sorry. You got the star. My watch is so stupid. It's a series 3. Apple don't care about that. Michael Jackson, I don't know. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. I swear that's what I'm getting from frustration, too. It's like literally, you're literally like, I have 4 sides, literally, and then you say, you can shift. And they're like, huh? It's either they don't care or they're just too dumb to care, which is neither here nor there. Or is it everywhere? You got the star. What else flipped under? Because it's starting to feel like a late night tarot when it's a weekly collective. I'm so sorry, guys. What else did you guys get? The Empress came out again. So she was on the... Y'all see what I mean? Let there be light. Thank you. Okay, so the Empress comes out. That's number 3. And the Empress plus the star, numerologically, it's 20, which is judgment, big decisions. But then the Empress meeting together with the star, that's like earth energy meeting like the star, which is air and water. So earth meeting water creates a soft soil, a nice foundation, a nice place to actually grow things. And that air energy will come through. It'll almost be like what's pulling in the seeds from like wherever it just came from, and it'll drop those seeds in the earth to like start planting, right? So it's like a nice good mixture. All you need next is the light, which is you're moving into that with the light energy with ghosts. But it's like with all this energy coming out with the Empress and the star, it's like they're healing something that's caused you pain, and they're doing it through movement. They're doing it through softness, through that softness with the water meeting the ground. It's like it's taking that rough earth, that rough rough experience you went through, like real life experience, and they're trying to like soften it for you in a sense. And they're also, it's like rebirthing you, because they are with the star and the Empress and that water and that earth and the air as well. It's causing movement, but it's not causing like right. There's a balance in that. It's not causing physical movement, because the physical movement now is being done in something else. I don't know what it is, but the movement that's happening is it's moving the seeds from somewhere else. So it's not even touching you at first. It's taking seeds from somewhere else, and then it's planting them in your foundation, in your area, in your in your environment. So it's like it's air energy that's more so transcending through you in that way, where like it moves through you. It plants those seeds in you. So it's not picking up the dirt and then making like a, like a storm or something. I don't know. It's not making an earthquake. It's not like causing the earth to move. It's causing something to go within the earth. So it's very nice with the Empress energy with the star and the ghost, because like even think of like a ghost. You get like the ghost is a freaking fucking a spectral whatever manifestation of something has been. It could have been maybe I don't know different types of ways to do it, but this feels like something that was buried in the ground, right? So yeah, I don't know. It's planting something in the ground to cause that rebirth. If you've ever seen Teen Wolf, it's very much very Nemeton, where the Nemeton was that fucking life source for things that had been like dead or been sucked back into like whatever supernatural prison they had. I don't know what it was. It was like a purgatory for like the supernatural or whatever. But if you enacted life within it, it would bring it back to life. This is not the energy I'm feeling here. You're not like a primordial supernatural villain. Well, they might be being in that orange or red energy. They might be, and that's funny too because they're in an orange card, but it's one that I've always seen as red. And if you look at it, you'll probably see it as red too. So it's almost like they're in a cusp color where they're in between red and orange, where they're even stuck between two colors. Like orange is supposed to be that transitionary color that moves you on, but it's like they're stuck between the transition that's in the transition. So it's like they're not even. It's I don't. It's not. I'm not saying that right, but it's like they're not even. They're not even. Yeah, it's like they're on the fence. They're not even. They're not even. They don't even want to choose so bad. They don't even want to choose what energy they're in right now. They don't even know if they're red or they're orange, which normally that isn't a bad thing in the spread, but right now it feels like it because it feels frustrating. It feels very like they can't make decisions with 20 being with Empress and the star coming together. The healing choice, they can't make healing choices, and the Empress, they can't rebirth themselves. They can't create anything, and they can't heal themselves because it's almost like they can't even decide like what they're physically, because colors happen through intake of light and colors. So they can't even it's like they can't even see. They're not processing and seeing things correctly. They're seeing it through a different lens, it seems. They're seeing, and that's exactly what that circle is. Or frustration, it's like a lens. They're seeing it through a very different lens, and if those dots are behind that circle, it's like they're seeing it through the lens of their experience, and they're not seeing it through your experience or anyone else's experience. It's like they're only seeing it through their experience, and that's your experience is worthy, important, vital, necessary, but 50-50, so is everybody else's. Speaking of 50-50, let me go ahead and get through this because I remember I have to pull one more card, and my phone's at 10%. So I said, "Oh shoot." Anyways, yeah. So Ghost, I said I was gonna read that. Let me do my best, and hopefully the freaking. I mean, I have a solution for that, but it might suck for a second. Do I have my? Where is my portable charger? I thought I brought it in here. I thought I brought it in here. What the flip side? Oh, it's in a bag. So you got something in the bag, baby. I know for sure because whenever I say something in the bag, it's just right after I've talked about some heavy frustration. But it's like you guys are being like really strong through it. So here's the thing: in order to plug in the charger, I'm gonna have to unplug the mic because Apple sucks. So the volume or the mic, what you hear is gonna be just weird for a second. But just hold on, let me. Weird for them. Hopefully it doesn't mess with the fucking video. But when in Rome, Mazel Tov, say la vie. I don't fucking know. What I say is I gotta keep moving, and I don't want this to die, so I gotta make some choice. Something like that. You don't want your creation, Empress. You don't want your creation to die. The star, you want to continue to heal it. There's with the star, it's like there's hope. There's something for it, and that's very interesting. I wasn't gonna mention this, but the plant I've been working on, it had a rough couple of days, so it's like it's sitting in the bag, sort of like healing now, so it gives me that same energy, but it's coming out at a reading literally with the Empress and the star of healing and of birth and creation. So it's something you create, it's healing in a sense. You created yourself, you're rebirthing yourself, and you're healing. And it's ghost energy. I said I was gonna read that from the book. So book. I know that song is "Who Are You," but I was thinking, "Where are you? Where?" That's not the lyrics, but It came out anyways. You wanna know? Let's see. Okay, so Ghost. We already read this. Why am I reading this again? Why am I reading this again? We already read this. Interesting. It also came out with, what did it say? Initially the star. So healing and the ghost and the star. Let me see. Goes a ghost from your past has been paying you a visit. Your ghost may be something unresolved or repressed. And things that are unresolved or repressed, yeah, they definitely do need healing for sure, right? So that star definitely brings in that healing. Or a person or situation from your past. Pay attention to who is coming or to what is coming up. Okay. Pay attention to what's coming up. Why do you think that this ghost is coming to you now? What is it here to teach you? It's funny. That actually sort of makes a bit of sense, but not too much. So I'm gonna scrape together what I can. The first part of that was the pay attention to a person or a situation from your past, because I think of the star card and the Rider Waite, you can definitely tell that she's very, or he or she or they are very balanced, because they've got one hand on the earth and they got one hand on the water. So it's like, in order to do that, you got to be able to pay attention to both of those individually. So she's definitely paying mad attention to what she's doing in order to balance that out. It's almost temperance, but it's not. So there's so much attention that you're paying to, and even think of the phrase "paying attention." It's like money, or like not just money, but like resources. So you're giving something up of yourself. You're releasing your comfort. Even you're releasing your focus on something else. It's like you are focusing your attention on something that's important to you to grow it. But that doesn't mean you're having to give up control in some sense. With that pay, you want food, you got to give up them $5. That you won't see again, but you'll eat. So this is healing you. It's beneficial to you, but at the same time, you're giving something away. The Empress energy, beautiful childbirth, but there is pain involved. The star healing, the star energy is healing, and it's hope, but that's like one star in the dark night sky. It's there, but it's faint. So it's like it's just a very little bit tough energy. But it's just what is it here to teach you? Pay attention to things that come with pay attention to things that come up emotionally during this time. It's and the last part about that sentence is interesting, because when you do pay attention, that's using your eyes, your mind, your crown chakra, if you will, but you're paying attention to what's coming up for you emotionally at this time. So that's using the mind and using the water. So it's very much star. So it's very interesting how that comes together. Um, and water and air, I realize I both mentioned them as things that transcend, because air can move through something, and so can water. It kind of just like forms around it in a sense, but it's like, yeah, it's kind of asking you what choice will you make in this, will you form around it, and no choice is worse, or either way you like transcend through it. I guess that's what it's saying. Yeah, that's what it's saying simply. But I'm not saying that either choice is wrong or right. It's just that's the point of it, is to see what you feel about it, The Empress, okay, she's still talking to me. I don't know why. The Empress has a lot to say. It's almost like an Empress birthday, and I don't know. Let me continue to read and see what I say. If I last thing I look at for your spread, just to make sure I'm seeing everything. Whatever this ghost is from your past, this is what the energy is coming in for you. So it's like it's healing whatever this was. It is healing whatever has repressed you, whatever has been unresolved. It almost like it's almost like things that have the I've been pissed about this recently. It's like we humans we have thumbs, we have voices, we have voice boxes, we have larynxes, we have brains, we have so many pieces that were designed to connect to each other for specific reasons. And motherfuckers out here not only have been designed to work that way, but they're also given a choice. That's so much. That's beautiful. Like, it may seem boring and basic, those two things, but I don't know. We were like, the animals have. I don't think either. They don't have thumbs, and neither do they have voices. So they really are fucking helpless out here, unless we really connect to them. But we aren't that helpless. We can fucking express ourselves, and it gets me crazy when people just choose not to. Cause I'm it's almost like the energy is like when I don't know, when like you're like having a conversation with someone, and they just like it's just like, and it just like fades away. Or like when you like that energy I got earlier, where it's like you needed someone at like that specific time, and like they were going to be there for you, and they literally ghosted. They literally disappeared. I didn't think about that connection, but they literally fucking ghosted. They literally disappeared. Where it's like, you know what and you know how you know me. I'm always like, you know what, do what you like in your energy, right? And me, the technical part of me is like, do what you like, do what you want. You know, you're a human being. I cannot be controlled. We all free will. That's a fucking beautiful thing. Why would I, if I want my free will, why would I want yours taken away? You know, so that's what I see from that first. But then like me personally, I'm like fucking human, so I cannot take away my feelings. So like if I'm hurt over that sort of thing, it's gonna hurt. So if you're hurt over someone fucking disappearing on you for that sense, you know, that's no matter if they have free will or not, it's still gonna hurt. So it's like it's definitely healing from something like that too. But this is beautiful, because with you being in the ghost energy in a 7, it's like you're taking a journey. You're taking it's almost like a road trip with that star too. It's like a really healing road trip almost. Like you could be going on a road trip, or you could be just going on the road, and when you are on the road, it's really healing for you. Because with the white energy, it's like there is no anxiety. It's like there's movement. Movement, but you're like, it's not that you're the only one, but like but at the same time, it's not like you're. Now, why does this frustration card feel like the doors from Harry Potter, the ones that you gotta say like the passcode right, or they'll just like make fun of you. You'll be like, you'll be like, bloating frogs, and they'll be like, no, you can't get in. So it's like someone who's like asking for the passcode. It feels very childish energy, because it's kids. Your kids will be like, "What's the password?" And like you'll joke around with them about that. But like it seems like that makes sense in the kid and adult analogy, right? But this is like two adults. So this is like an adult asking you, "What's the password?" That would probably get frustrating. If an adult asked me what's the password and they wouldn't let me in the door, I don't have no words for that, because all my words are pretty harsh. Let me just keep. It would make me frustrated for sure. I don't know, cause it's like I don't know. There's a lot coming through with that. A lot coming through with that. I'll just say with ghosts coming for you in the future, it's very nice because it causes things to be still, be very peaceful, be very like, and it's like air and light, so it's like everything can be seen. It's like you don't have to put any guesswork, you don't have to put any physical effort into it. You just have to have that faith and that openness to it, right? But you don't have to put any physical work, and that's okay. That's really good, because the star here, other major arcana, are really showing up like I intended to, but they're really showing up in a way where it's like the justice. That's air. So we get Libra right there. Choose your own, and choose could give me Gemini with the lovers, but then also it could just be any of those signs, and I'm also seeing Pisces now. So altogether Libra, Pisces, Gemini. Excuse me, but then we also have the stars, so Aquarius, Pisces, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. So Pisces. So wait, hold up. Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. All the fucking air signs. The air signs have taken a hold of your collective reading, guys. So if you're an air sign, that's pretty cool. If you have air in your chart, that's pretty cool, because it's like that energy is here. And if I think of the energy of air just really quickly, so I'm not taking up your time. The energy of air is the mind, the thoughts, but because you always have to split it into the masculine and feminine aspects. So feminine, it's everything within. It's your thoughts. It's your brain, what you think, how you process that, what it does, like when you intake the information, where you store it, stuff like that. And then the masculine, the external aspect of air is like being pushed by a wind breeze, like things you can feel in your skin, being moved, that movement. Because fire moves as well, but air moves in a different way, where it's just like it's not fire. It's flat. You can touch it without it hurting you. It can be tempered by hot or cold, so hot air, cold air, but at the same time, it's like it'll always still be able to move. So it's free. So it feels very freeing, and the star feels very freeing too. And that's what I was saying. There you go. Because at the same time, it felt freeing, but there's something about what is it here to teach you? It said, and it gave me a real cool energy, because like if the star is Aquarius, it comes in between. So it's like an amalgamation. It comes in between Pisces and Capricorn. And those are very, very nice teachers to me, in my opinion, because Capricorn's a very magical teacher, very Merlin, the warlock or whatever. Very wise, old, having learned it over time, very experienced, but still very youthful enough to really be like, I'm imaginative to create that magic. It's very balanced. But then coming on the other side, Pisces as well is like it's like aged fine wine. It's very wise, very smart, very spiritual, it's so smart that like in a situation where like I don't know, or like everyone's like where 99% of the people doing the wrong things, like Pisces just knows that like this is the right move. Even if we are the one fish that looks out of place, we are gonna be that one fish that's still swimming when the other ones are being plucked out by the fish hooks because we know what we were doing. So you know what I mean? It's like Pisces is that intuition, it's that wiseness of it, of having gone like the signs are individual, but you can imagine Pisces. Sometimes you can imagine, or I do imagine Pisces starting off as that Aries energy, and then walking through literally Taurus. They were every sign until they got to Pisces. They were literally everything. So it's like they've gone through the journey and experience, and there's another piece of it too. It's not like that because everyone can go through an experience, but there's also another piece of like trusting yourself that takes a little bit more too. Where someone could have gone through the experience, same experience you did, but it's like because they don't have any faith, they don't trust in anything beyond them. There's something, there's something to that. There's something to that. Whereas like it just doesn't add up correctly. There's something missing. I don't know, but not for you, not for you, because this ghost energy is moving you to something really nice. And I don't know what it is that it's moving you to, but I did bookmark a random page in this book that I didn't look at, so I'm just gonna see what that page is. And I want to see what's moving you to. So it says creativity as a card, and I'll read that. It says we all have the capacity to be creative and express ourselves. I literally in the beginning I talked about capacity because I talked about someone having just not the same capacity as you, and how it could have been frustrating. And frustrating is red orange, and creativity is purple. Well, let me just keep moving. Don't shy away from engaging in creative acts and pursuits. When you're feeling inspired, it's important to embrace that magic, that spark and excitement, and to enjoy the creative process. Don't shy away. Don't run away. Don't run away from the truth. Because I'm not giving up on you. That's what you're saying. So this love energy and this ghost energy is like something. Some part of you is like loving yourself, but at the same time, the balance of it's like it's very interesting. How black? Okay, so I said black is like unseen because it's within. It's dark is what it's unseen, but then white coming out with ghost is very balanced because like white is seen is all the energy you can see. Like has flashlight. It's all the light you can see, but at the same time, which is a good thing. Thank you. Uh, at the same time, a ghost is technically not seen. They're fucking invisible, right? So it's like interesting how this is something that is in the future. Something for you is seen, but it's not seen. Very much Houdini, Dua Lipa, very much so seen but not seen. Because you are the object, you are the ghost, right? So you're the invisible, unseen part about it, but the cycle around you, the environment around you, you can see it. So that makes sense. It's almost like if you're on that physical plane, you can see yourself as a ghost, but no one else can see you as a ghost almost. So maybe even the transformation you're going through, you just if you're not being secret about it, you're just continuing to move, and you don't have really time to talk about the process because you're just going through it. And the white energy here is telling you to be still. So it's almost like even that energy with Pisces. It's like all the other fish are freaking swimming to that hook, and Spirit said, "Hey, be still for a second." You listen to that. Hey, be still for a second. Everybody else was like, "Oh, I'm fucking hungry. I'm going." And now because they were fucking hungry, they now are satisfying someone else's stomach. You see what I'm saying? That's funny how it works out like that because Spirit really just be playing around. But then like the words come out and they make a little more sense. If you give into that hunger, you don't listen to Spirit, you give into that hunger, you then become the food source for somebody else's hunger. And again, I think I said the same thing the whole time. If you want to, free will, baby. But there is the other option that might benefit you a little better, I think, is what Spirit is saying too as well. But I see it benefiting you well. The creativity coming out means that in the creativity card, that person isn't a light bulb, and they're almost shaped like the letters OUT. It's really interesting how it's built up, but it's perfect. It looks like they're trying to find a way out of what's casing them in. Like there's light that's being encased in something that's being controlled, it's being manipulated, which is okay in Capricorn energy. I mean, we're in Capricorn energy, so it makes sense, but it's also okay because when it's built like that, again, it's a tool. The same way I was talking about those fisherman hooks. And the light bulb was a good tool to use for awareness, for life, or clarity, so we can see in a room. But it's like if this light, it's, but then again, think about it. We have many different types of different light bulbs now, in the way we've come through in like innovation. So like if this light, it's like a thing that grows out of its shell almost. Like if this light bulb, this container does not fit you anymore, if it's not what you're about, if it doesn't really match what you're trying to build yourself up to, you gotta find a way out of it for sure. It's definitely, if it's causing you frustration, and that orange and red feels like it's very like not pink. that orange and red feels very like, like anger a bit, yeah, but like anger with movement in a sense where it's like it's like just it's like a forest fire. That's just not good, you know. It's just like it's like